From the East Tennessee Weather Center, here's your afternoon weather update with meteorologist Mike Witcher.
Hi, buddy. Sure hope you're having a great day. We do have a couple of showers already starting to fire up around East Tennessee. And remember, you can always track that with the East Tennessee Weather app. It's a free app download. Gives you current, past, and future radar of 2 hours. So it's actually a really good tool. So if you're just now tuning in, make sure you go to the App Store and search East TN Weather, all one word. Look for the orange TN and the white lightning bolt. So a weak cold front's moving its way through the area. That's exactly why we have the rain showers that are going to start to fire up. They're going to be few and far between. Not everybody gets in on the rain and could hear a couple of rumbles of thunder. It is going to be sunny and quiet as we get into the weekend with warmer weather. And then next week, beautiful fall weather on the way as another cold front swings its way through Sunday night into Monday morning. The Futurecast really isn't picking up on what's going on at the lunch hour, but the general idea is there. Showers are moving from southwest to northeast, but once the cold front comes through, those showers may start to drift their way to the southeast as the winds shift from the southwest to the northwest. But not everybody's going to get the rain, and it shouldn't add up to a whole lot for most of us, which is great news to pass along at this point of the game. Lunchtime temperatures are in the 70s. We're going to work our way into the low 80s, maybe a couple of pockets of mid 80s across the Southern Valley, but higher dew points today, upper 60s to near 70s. So that's going to give it that warmer feel to the atmosphere. So we get into the evening hours, should be nice and quiet, maybe a few spotty stray showers. We're going to drop into the mid 70s as we get into the 8 o'clock hour here tonight. Big picture, another cold front's going to be edging our way. So high pressure is going to build on in as we get into our Saturday and Sunday. That's really going to leave us with some nice quiet weather for both days. But here comes our next frontal boundary. And again, like the cold front that's moving its way through the day today, relatively moisture-starved cold front. Not looking at a whole lot of activity. But what it is going to do is draw in some much drier air. So Monday morning is going to be quiet and comfortable. But as we continue to see the air dry out as we get into our Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, that's going to make those morning lows even, well, rather chilly, if you will. You can see our dew points are going to drop from the 60s down into the 40s. So the temperature can and never will drop below the dew point number. And so the lower the dew point, the lower our morning lows will go. And we are talking about upper 40s to low 50s, some of the coolest mornings so far this fall season. We're talking about sweatshirt and sweater weather, my friends. Not a lot of rainfall expected over the next 3, 5, or 7 days. So next week is going to be trending on the dry side. So I've got a 20% chance for rain today, and then we're going to stay rain-free. Could see a couple of light showers Sunday night into Monday morning, but general ideas, we'll be sleeping at that point of the game. And looking ahead through the middle and latter part of the month, we are going to be trending on the dry side. Typical October weather, which is why it's sort of a blessing in sort of ways that we got some beneficial rain. Now, the drought has been mitigated, and we'll talk about that here in just a second. Average high for this time of year, 77, so we'll be in the 80s, dropping into the low to mid 70s Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Gorgeous weather on the way. I've been talking about the tropics. We've got a 40% chance of some tropical development. It went from a 50 down to a 40, down to a 30, back up to a 40 from the National Hurricane Center. So if you have travel plans along the coastal areas, keep an eye to that. Remember, the East Tennessee Weather app will give you notifications as long as you have your GPS location services turned on of any inclement or impending weather across the coastal areas if you are heading off on vacation for fall break. So let's take a look at some of those 7-day forecasts. A lot of information on the screen, but that's why the cities are there, right? So pick out the city that may be nearest you, whether you live along the Cumberland Plateau or the Valley or even closer to the mountain locations. We are talking about above average weather all the way through the weekend, but then below average weather as we get into next week. And so really looking ahead through the middle and latter part of the month, we're going to be trending at or maybe slightly below average, but there is some above average weather that may start to creep its way in towards the end of the month. So we'll keep you posted on that. Of course, as I mentioned, the East Tennessee Weather app is a free app download. It's everything you need to know for weather in East Tennessee. And if you are doing fall break vacations, remember that when you are on vacation, to check in on the app and you can get those daily forecast weather updates to see how the weather is playing out right here in East Tennessee. We sure hope you have a great day. Watch out for a couple of those showers, but most will likely stay dry.